I did a short a little while ago about just the fact that I have multiple trilogies where I just have one more book to go, and I really would like to start finishing some of those. Hello and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about some trilogies that I need to finish, and a couple of these will be repeats if you did happen to see that short. But they're ones that very specifically I just have put off for way too long for whatever reason, and I do specifically want to make sure that I finish. This was a video suggestion from Heidi, one of my patrons as well. So hey, you can check out the Patreon if you want to be able to suggest video topics. Also, but this one too, where there's a couple I mentioned and a couple others I haven't, but especially of late, there's some of these others that are book twos and trilogies I still need to get to as well. But it just feels like it's been too long, and I just need to kind of to read them. So first up, we'll talk about The Fury of the Gods by John Gwynne. And I feel like this was the series that when the Shadow of the Gods came out, there was a lot of buzz, but then there were a lot of people that, were a little bit more mixed on it. It had some of the weird phrases that were accurate, but it was really, really different from Faithful and the Fallen, which I think ultimately is what it is. It was really, really different. And so it came out, and not everybody was super happy with it. I remember liking the first two books, and I read them both at release. And this one, just for some reason, I was busy at the time and I didn't get to it, and I still haven't. I feel like this is going to be one where I put it off for so long, and I don't feel like it's going to either blow me away or like be super disappointing. I think it's just kind of one to check off, but I feel like with some of these two, it's been so long that I do wonder if part of me is just like maybe I'm kind of over this series. So maybe I'll finish this, decide to unhaul my physical set of the trilogy, maybe not. I'll kind of have to see, but it's just one of those ones too where I've had it for too long without actually reading it, and I just want to get that one crossed off of my list. And I still remember pretty well the first book, and I feel like I remember the first book slightly better than the second, which is weird. But I still remember a lot, so I think I'll be able to pick it back up without too much trouble. But we'll have to see. But so I really do want to get that finished up here, and I think with all of these, probably not by the end of the year, but by early next year, I'd like to get these knocked off, just because I have a lot of other stuff I want to get to as well, and just kind of checking some things off. I have too many ongoing series, and I'm starting a lot more next year, so it's a good time. So next up, we have the one I'm a little more nervous for, which is The Lonesome Crown by Brian Lee Durfee. This is the third book in the Five Warrior Angels. Now, even among I know the even among the faithful, this I've not heard the best things about. I think some people still enjoyed it and everything, but I've heard some things about it not being the greatest. I'm the person who's more middling on the series as a whole. I wasn't a huge fan of the first book. I thought the second book was a little bit better, but still has not been something I've been crazy high on. So I fully expect this to be one I kind of just check off and am done with. I don't have a copy of the first book anymore. The second one is Science. So I still have that one. But this may be one I just read and unhaul, and that's okay. I mean, it's a chunky book, but I want to finish it. I'm determined to finish it, or at least to attempt to. I don't see myself DNFing, but if there's going to be one I DNF, it's probably going to be that one, just because I do remember pretty well. And that one, there's a lot going on, so it might take me a little bit to kind of get back up to speed. But again, I feel like I usually remember books pretty well. And, unless it's something that I totally just completely left my brain, then maybe it's a sign I shouldn't. But this one I still also feel like I remember pretty well. I know where things were going at the end of book two, even though it's been years at this point. And so I definitely am. I'm still looking forward to at least giving it a try and giving it a shot, just because I kind of want to I just want to knock this series out too. And even though I've not been a huge fan of it overall, Brian Lee Durfee it seems like a great guy, and he's one of the only other people as well that reads a lot of the older stuff that I read, and we have a lot of overlap. So for no other reason than that, I just want to at least finish the book. So we'll go from there. Then the funniest thing is the only one in this video I don't have a physical copy of, because I'd been borrowing the books from my library. The only one I don't have a physical copy of, which is Fury Song by Rosario Munda. And if there's one that I'm most excited for, weirdly, it's this one, which is something that still feels odd to me to say, and I would have never thought was going to be the case when I started reading this series. But a couple years ago, I did Fireborn, and I was just giving it a shot. I was really surprised by how much I enjoyed it. And then my library has all of them in the nice original hardcovers, and so I ended up then eventually got back after like a year and got to book two, and I'm like again like wow, this is really good. Still some things, as I've talked about before, I wish they weren't YA because I don't think the YA elements add anything. And for me, the elements that are there and some of the stylistic choices take it down a little bit, but they're still really good books. And I've really enjoyed them. And so this is the one where it's not been a crazy long time. I did read, gosh, was it last year though that I read the book two? I might have been this year. I'm trying to remember. I think it was this year. It's been a little bit though, but I don't want to put this one off a whole lot longer because I just have really enjoyed the series, and so I'd like to finish it. And then I might have to, after I finish it, this might be the one where I actually go and track down copies. I ended up getting a Book of the Month Club copy of the first book in hardcover because at least has the doesn't have like the new boring art, but I like the original art for these, so I'll have to see what I can track down if I can find hardcovers. But that's always the problem when you get into a series late, and stuff's not is printed as much. But yeah, I'm actually really excited to finish that one out. They've just been those have been some really good surprises for me. I've really enjoyed them, and I think a lot of people would. And that was kind of what I'd heard, is like YA, but still really good characters and politics, and yeah, they're definitely worth checking out. That gets us to the two trilogies, also which I've mentioned a couple of times lately. I feel like some of these books too, and that's where it's really put into perspective how this is necessary. Because there are two series where I really enjoyed the first book, 5 stars, and yet I've not read book two. And one of them I have really no excuse for, and that is the one it's been probably the book that just fills me with shame for not having gotten to for forever, which is Tower Lord by Anthony Ryan. Now I've said before, like, yeah, I heard that there's really mixed things after Bloodsong. Everybody loves Bloodsong, but then the next two books are multi POV and people don't like them as much, and so I think part of me just kind of wasn't getting this. But I also own most of the rest of the books Anthony Ryan has written, which I can't read till I finish this trilogy. So I need to just read it. It also doesn't help that it'll probably be a physical only because I don't like the audio narrator, and books I can multi-format. It helps me get to them quicker as well. But regardless, it's a series that I just really, really need to get to. So I'm kind of trying to just sit down and be like, you're going to read Tower Lord, because I love Bloodsong. Bloodsong was great. 5 stars. I think feel like it lived up to all of the hype. It's also one too that like I remember years ago when I read Bloodsong, because it's literally been years. There was several people that I read it around the same time. All of us had really different tastes. All of us loved it. And so, yeah, I really want to continue. I really want to try more Anthony Ryan as well, but I want to start and finish the series that I've already started before trying more, and just finally get that going. So it needs to be done. And then the other one, which I think this is the other one that I'm really excited for because this was such a unique series as well. Blade of Dream by Daniel Abraham. Now, this one at least, book 3 is not out yet, so I feel like I have more time on this one. But I pre-ordered this. I was really excited to get to it on release, and again, I was just busy when it came out, and then for some reason my brain just never goes back to it. But I'm really excited because the first Kethamar book, Age of Ash, was very unique, very different, but super interesting, and I really liked it. And I was really excited to read this, and I still am. I just, for some reason, have not gotten to this one either. Um, and I'm not, and sometimes that happens. And I was thinking about, there are some other series that I've just not continued. I think like at this point, like I read the first two Great Coats books, and I know I was also borrowing hardcovers from my library, and they have the other ones, but I just that one I've not felt compelled to come back to. So that's probably not going to happen. And there's a few other things like that where I'm like, maybe I read the first book. And I just haven't been super compelled to come back. Maybe I will at some point, but it's not a huge thing. Because the other one that comes to mind is Priest of Bones. I liked it. It was 4 stars. I thought it was pretty good. I have the second book, and I know there's two more after that, and I just have not gotten around to it. So there are others like that, but these are the ones that, just looking around, I really do feel the most compelled to get to. I really want to, whether it's just to tick it off the list or whether it's to because I'm really excited to get to it. These are all the ones I feel like I just really want to get to and to finish up. So I'll be trying to work on doing that, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because some of them have been sitting for a really, really long time. And sometimes you just need to get out and just get to the book that you haven't gotten to for forever for no apparent reason. And hey, who knows? Maybe I'll love them all, and we'll just have to see. But that is really it for this one. So let me know in the comments. Do you have any books that you've just been meaning to get to forever that you just haven't? Maybe, hey, maybe this will be the time where you just take this as the push to also read some stuff that you've had sitting waiting for far too long, or maybe not, and that's okay too. But definitely let me know because I'm curious. I know I'm certainly not the only one to have books sit for literal years that you want to read and just never get to. It's nature of the booktube beast, I think sometimes. But let me know in the comments. Make sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed it. Check the links in the description as always for the Patreon if you want to support what I do, as well as the Wizardly Enclave Discord if you want to chat books, whether any of these books, other books, really anything at all. It's a lot of fun and we'd love to have you. And of course, if you enjoy my content, make sure to subscribe.